Hello everyone, this is Wolfblood. Before I start the video, I think you, Alex, probably missed a video when someone asked me to do a Steven Universe. I am not doing any cartoon lives. Like, I know you want me to do Def Kwon. Well, I just don't want to do anything that's related to cartoons. The main reason is that that's mostly for kids. I am trying to be where I'm not really I'm between. Like, I'm like probably, I don't know, I'm not completely 18 plus, but I'm not completely kids friendly. So with that in mind, please stop asking me to do Def Kwon. I was going to say that in the last video, but I did forget. Anyways, I am going, there's one more thing I want to tell y'all. Um, I'm going to be focusing on 3 series for right now. That's going to be Lemaine, with this series, with Deku's, Doomsday, and with Deku Evolve. Because I really want to get those series, have them be bigger. Or after I finish a series, I will start a new one, or do a one I never finish. Excuse me. But I'm pretty sure the last time I last off of with Deku was Doomsday. It was at the USJ. I'm going to redo the USJ real quick. So what happened and what's going on in the USJ right now? Oh, everyone sees Deku, aka Doomsday. They have not chosen their names yet. That's after the, sorry, I kind of have a stuffy nose. I believe that is after, the sports festival. So, yeah. So, when Deku is there at the USJ right now, all the villains sees Deku. All they see is this big kid or guy. They're thinking it's a hero. They're like, there shouldn't be another hero. There was only supposed to be 3 heroes. As they were all like discussing, and Shigaraki says, it doesn't matter, or I have something to defeat him with. Just leave the big one to me. As I want to say, Shigaraki sends all the villains to Deku, except for Kaguri. Basically, everything else happens to canon, but Deku is swarmed. So, Deku's being forced to fight right now. So, Deku's taking so much damage, which means he's getting more powerful. So, every time he gets stabbed or something else, Deku is completely healed, and he's okay. He's ripping, like, I want to say, Deku take care of almost half of them. And when Venomu comes out of the portal, Nomu was kind of late since they were still kind of prepping it, actually. As Shigaraki says, alright, everyone stand back. Let Venomu take care of this. And Shigaraki says, Nomu, kill him. As I want to say Deku and Venomu are almost on equal strength. So, they're trading blow for blow. Basically, Nomu broke both of Deku's arms, but they healed. So, Deku's going at it. Basically, Deku is on par. Like, I mean, hit for hit. They've been clashing the entire time. There's no signs of them stopping. As Deku put a little bit more all for one, one for all in it. Deku is slowly starting to do a lot of starting to do damage. But Venomu is also healing, so they're going back and forth. Like, who has the strongest healing factor? Until, I want to say Venomu put a lot of energy and punching through Deku. Like, this should have killed Deku. We all know quirks have a limit, but this is not a quirk. We just call it a quirk. We believe it's a quirk. As Deku stands there and falls to the ground, everyone's thinking he's dead. As Venomu starts walking to Aizawa, Deku just sits up with, like, you think his eyes were, like, a little bit growing red, but now they're bright red. I want to call, this is going to be Deku's rage. This is Deku's absolute ingress. When Deku punched Venomu, he broke some of his bones and his skin, and like claws popped out of one. And Deku did it with the other hand. Even though I said he already had claws, I'm taking that back real quick. And Deku formed claws. Now, now these two are back at it again, and they're going in fist to fist. And the next thing you know, Aizuku punched through Venomu where he was punched, and Venomu flopped over. The chest healing and his back, but not the spine. The spine was not able to heal. And Sagaraki's like, let me take care of this, Kirigiri. As Kirigiri says, go ahead, your master. As I want to say, Sagaraki touched Deku's back. He started to decay. He basically turned to dust. When next moment, they knew, oh, Deku's dead again. So Sagaraki says, I beat your strongest person. As an arm reads from the dust, saying, I'm not so sure of that little fuck. As Sagaraki turns around, seeing Deku, who, like, with a lot more muscle and a lot more fucking spikes too. And I want to say at this point, Sagaraki basically wet himself. He just pissed himself. Like, he went, holy shit. Like he's shaking now. Even Kirigiri is afraid. They're like, this is impossible. This is not a quirk. What is he? Don't know. They never really explain in the comments what Doomsday really was. All we know, he was a clone. But for Deku, it's unknown. As Deku, I want to say when Deku hits, it's Shigaraki. He launched Shigaraki out. Like, he knocked him out, but a lot of bones are broken. and he looks straight at Cavalry as he walks towards him. And I want to say he does grab a metal piece and throws him, knocking Cavalry out. And when All Might gets there, All Might sees is a bunch of scared 1A students and a scared Aizawa and a paralyzed Nomu. And All Might walks up to Aizawa saying, well, what happened? As Aizawa says, Aizuku defeated them all. Oh, they sent all of them at him. And, like, he's just shaking after what he just see. Deku had a hole in his chest, then and turned to dust and came back. Like, this, he's not human. They all figured out this now. And whatever he is, he's too powerful. As Aizawa says, Aizuku's too strong. And thank God he's becoming a hero. And All Might says, what do you mean? And as Aizawa whispered in his ear, they're saying, Aizuku can come back from the dead. And All Might just meant, yeah, right. As Aizawa whispered in his ear again, he was turned to dust and came back. As All Might says, wait, what? No, that's not... Is it? As All Might walks up to Deku, asking what happened when you were touched. Deku says, I don't know, I blinked out, then I remember grabbing the ground and punching him. As All Might asked all the kids what they sing, they said the same thing. And All Might's like, holy shit. I think I overdid myself this time. As the next day, Izuku wasn't scolded or anything. Like, he was literally turned to dust and stuff. But, real quick, before I leave the USJ, Kagura did wake up for a split second and got them both out. Shigaraki and Kagura did escape. So yeah. Going to cut to the scene with Shigaraki and Kagura. Shigaraki saying, after like a couple of days, Shigaraki is covering bandages and says, Master, I think we found our new target. He seems he can't die, like, whatsoever. As All for One says, please, Rablet, please speak more of this child. As Shigaraki explains, and All for One got to start making a plan of how to convince Izuku to join the League of Villains. So, we're going to cut back to Izuku. Like, the same thing happens in canon. A week passes. Time for the sports festival. And so, here's how it's go. Varese, Cavalry battle, and the fight is all going to happen a little bit different. But, either way, it's most of it going to be staying the same. So, Izuku, he's the tallest kid, and since I'm pretty sure he got number 1 in the entrance exam, he was told to give his speech as Izuku walks up there, like, I want to say his hands are a little bit too big for the mic, so he's using two fingers. He put up to his mouth, saying, I know you're all probably wondering why I'm here, and why I look like this. Deku breathed in and breathed out, saying, my quirk is known as something called evolve. Every time I take damage, my body adapts to it and make it where I cannot get hurt or mostly get hurt in the same way. So, with that being said, I look like a villain. I want to tell you all who look like villains, but are not, you can become a hero. One way or another. Never. Just remember, not everyone has it easy. And I want to say good luck to everyone. As I want to say everyone actually started applauding to that. They're like, that kid is awesome. That was a very awesome speech he did. And time for the race. I'm gonna say that some very smart people climbed up on Deku's back without Deku really telling. And once the race says go, Deku left. I'm going to say who was on Deku's back here in a second. So, as Deku just bomber rush, like, nothing could stop Deku, not even the 0 pointers. He runs straight through them. The people on their back, the two people on his back, and they're trying to stay down and not speak. Like, in their minds, they're like, holy shit, this was a dumb idea, but holy shit, this is fun. And, Deku, once Deku gets to the rope bridge, the two people look off his shoulder. They're like, oh no. Oh, Deku jumped across each platform. And I want to say, so, did try freeze Deku. Did not work. Bakugo, just slower than Deku. And when Deku gets through to the minefields, this is going to be even funnier. Deku starts running through it in a straight path. Just mine after mine blows up. And I want to say Mana finally says something. Mana says, hey, Watts, where are you going? As Deku, like, wait, huh? And sees Mana on his back. Deku does grab Mana and throws Mana out of the way. He hits a mine. He goes back. Mana is basically in a daze. He won't be finished. He will be in basically last place. As Deku runs through, the person that was on his back was a Stinky. So yeah, Denki got second place, Deku got first place. So yeah. So Bakugo got third, and Todoroki got fourth. So yeah. But now, time for the Cavalry battle. Deku got the 10,000 points. And I want to say a lot of people see Deku and they're like, ooh, that will be such a good partner, but so many people will be after him. So I want to say Uraraka actually asked Deku if she could be on his team. Deku says, yeah, I will be I will carry you. And Deku picks up a rocket and places it on his shoulder. And Deku just like finds a right spot for her, for she doesn't have to hold on with her hands. And Momo actually comes up saying, "Hey, can I also be on your team?" Deku says, "Actually, you be probably be a pretty big help." And Deku just put Momo on his shoulders, saying, "Alright, I think we're good. Hey Momo, can you do Uraraka a favor real quick?" And Momo says, "Yeah, sure. Before the race starts, I need to make her some painter gloves." And she asks why. And Deku simply says, "Well, if she touches me, we're going to be floating. And that's probably not a great plan." As Momo makes some painter gloves and gives it to Uraraka, so they both will hang on. So, that's Deku's scene. That's what we're doing. So, time for the main cavalry battle. They're both hang on to dear life. Deku says, "Well, I'll be like a freight train, knocking them over. So, well, if they want to get near me, they have to get near my arms, which that is going to hurt a lot." And I want to say, everyone looks at Deku. They know how strong he is. They know he's a freight train. He's a giant ass tank. Like, no one's going after Deku. So, Deku is running around. So, yeah. And by the end of that, Deku is in first place still. No one. It was very unfair for them. So, everything is still in canon. So, real quick, it will be Shinso and Deku fighting. So, how is this going to work? Since Deku has all for one, yeah, it won't work, but anyways, it's Deku who is not going to talk here, wait. Shinso is just trying to make Deku mad, and if you make Deku mad, he charges instead. Deku started walking up to Shinso. Oh, and Shinso is like, hey, what is your favorite food? To try and be nice now. Deku, I want to say he just flicks him, and Shinso went flying out of the arena. Like, he didn't use all for one or anything. That was just his raw strength. As Deku picks up Shinso, and as the recovery girl says, "Izuku Midoriya wins." Deku picks up Shinso and carries him to the recovery girl. And I want to say, after a while, it's finally Deku versus Todoroki. I want to say, all the class is saying, "Boo, you suck." And Deku says, "Hold on, before the match starts, can we do something? Like, after the final round, can we have, like, a special fight out where it's me versus all?" And I want to say Midnight is thinking about this, and she actually ask if that's okay. Everyone's nodding, saying, "Yeah, that's okay." They're allowing this fight. So, Class 1B, they didn't want this. They already know they're going to lose, because something happened like this once before. But they have a little bit of confidence because it's a entire school versus him. After that, it's Bakugo versus Deku, and Bakugo says, I'm going to make this easy, so I give up. Bakugo knowing he's not going to win. And, oh, by the way, I forgot to say, Todoroki did not use his fire quirk. Deku was unable to get Todoroki to use his fire, since Deku was 2 months in fighting stance. So, with that said, Deku's in first, Bakugo's in second, Tokiyami is in third. Now, this is not like a main event, just everyone challenged Deku, and everyone says, well, like, if he lose, they all get first place, but if he wins, he still gets to be in first place. So, it's Deku versus the entire school. So, how this wins? Deku wins. No one stood a chance. Like, they tried to knock him out, they tried everything, but nothing was working. Deku just wiped the floor. So, yeah. With that said, and I'm going to end it off here. Yeah, that's about it. So, real quick, I'm going to repeat what I said during the first part of the video. I'm not going to do cartoons with, especially if it's like regular, so doing like Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or any of that stuff, that's a big no. Because if you're thinking Leon is like a child-friendly webtoon, it is not. There's blood and a little bit of gore. Just like not that much gore. It's just very low, and there is a little bit of cussing as well in Leon, or Leon, or I don't know how to pronounce the werewolf's name. I'm sorry, but anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you if you like, thank you if sub, and let me reason know you dislike the video. That's about it. Hope you all have a good night or good rest of the day. So yeah, bye.